Steve Velocity here. Well, I made some outstanding progress on my shed project. If you look over here, basically I was able to actually tear down a lot of those skids for my sidewall pallets, or from the pallets for my siding that's going to go onto the frame. And basically segregated different size pallets based on, different things. Like these are all going to be for my wall and the framing. And we made a lot of progress here. We took the aluminum metal skids, took them out of the truck, spread out the gravel. And what I like about this is, of course, aluminum is corrosion resistant. I said that in the last video, but it is also super strong. These skids will hold weight that would crush a standard pallet. So what I did here, this is all leveled out. I put some 4x4s underneath, and then you can see I went ahead and did some self-tapping screws and tied this whole thing together. And you can see I've got 4x4s along here like so. Okay, so it's very, very sturdy. I'm walking on it right now. As soon as I put plywood on this with self-tapping screws, basically that's going to be super, super strong. The only problem that I'm going to have to work through is when I go ahead and put the plywood down. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and use self-tapping screws and put it down. My biggest problem is when I start to do the framing on the walls. I'm going to have the walls, the footer is going to go down here along the exterior of the building, and when I actually nail that in, it's only going to go through the plywood and the aluminum. It's not going to have anything substantive to tie down to. Now, I don't know. I'm going to think it through. What I was thinking about doing is cutting some 4x4 material or different types of pressure treated wood, and then using that as an anchor. Or I was going to do liquid nail. Now I know liquid nail is very, very strong, and so that might be sufficient along with nails and nailing through the plywood, that kind of thing. These are the self-tapping screws that I used, and they work very, very nice. So I'm really pleased. It's leveled out on gravel, different size peat gravel, and I'm stoked. So hopefully I'll be able to start doing some framing tomorrow and that kind of thing. So I don't know how, on a side note, I don't know how people have survived doing construction and building without Sawzalls, because that thing has been a lifesaver. And going cordless with a cordless drill has been too. And then here we go. This is all of my side plywood that I've extracted from the pallets. I've got a bunch of wood back in there. And that's all she wrote for this, though. I will continue to give updates. And hopefully I'd like to be mostly done with this by this weekend. I probably won't have it totally dried in, and probably not all painted. Maybe I'll have the doors hung and everything moved inside. So anyway, this is Steve Velocity out. Till the next time. Thanks.